Hey, it's Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and this is Tuesday, September the 2nd. Just back from a week of vacation and an extra holiday. I forgot before I was leaving that we only had a 4-day trading week this week, with yesterday being Labor Day holiday, so I forgot about that. But anyway, I'm back. It's crazy around here since I've been gone, and I've got some other personal business going on that I've been dealing with as well this week. So my trading is going to be limited, and the chart lesson is probably going to be late each evening. I am going to do one each day, but I'm going to be coming in just this week trading. Probably not getting here till 9:30, and trying to be through by lunchtime, 1:30. That's about. I'm probably going to get about 2, maybe 3 hours of trading each day, and then I've got to leave. But I'll come back each evening and do the chart lesson. Probably won't be any midday charts this week because of my situation. I've got to be out in the mornings. Can't come in till late, and I almost just considered taking another week off. But I need to trade and make some money, so. But I do have some business that I'm having to take care of during the morning each day, and so I'm going to try to come in, trade till about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I've got to leave for another hour or two, and then I'll be back. But it'll just be that way this week. I should be back to normal next week, and we'll be back on track hopefully. May go into a day or two to next week, but I hope not. But let's talk about the trades. I'm going to do this pretty quickly. It's 5 o'clock. I want to get this uploaded and get out of here and get home anyway. So, but some pretty good trades today. I'll show you what I saw, and then we can and we'll wrap it up. First trade I saw was right at the open this morning. We had this move down. You had these first two swings right here. Other than that, you didn't have a whole lot. There's actually, I don't have it on here. There's actually a trend work. It's very steep, and you get the break, and then you get that like double test, and then look at this move. It goes really right through the EMA, comes back and tests it, and goes down. And you should have had that, draw that trend line right there just to be safe. And then you get this two-legged pullback, and look at that big bearish bar right at the open. They just kind of trick everybody. They take it up, just go short right there, and then it pulls back, and it gives you a second entry short, counting off this high. First entry, pullback, second entry. And the second entry right here is counting with the trend. Notice the new low, pullback, first entry short, pullback. And when it broke below this bar right here, that's your second entry short. And if you didn't enter there, definitely enter right here, and you might have even considered adding on right there. Turned out to be a really good move. And there's actually a little short-term trend line working up through here. It's a little steeper than that. You can see it. This one's a little bit more difficult to see, but there's one up there, and you get the break. But it's basically just we're trending down. It's a two-legged pullback to the EMA. I mean the trend line. Nice bearish bar, and then a little failed move up right there that traps people, and then the shorts really jumped in. And there's another second entry short right here. I don't really like that one. It's so big. The only way you might have considered entering that one is when it broke here, drop a limit order. But you're looking for prices to come back to the upper side now. And you're having to go short right here, right into those lows. So I don't really think it's a very smart entry. You don't want to be going long yet. So just wait till it gets back to the trend line. I meant to draw this one green. Forgot to change it. This one should be green. Notice that we don't have a break of this trend line right here yet. But it did overshoot it. It is off the trend line. Notice the bar is not very nice either. There is a failed break kind of above that double top. So if you did enter here, you had to get in with a limit order, maybe a tick or two back. And I don't know if you'd have gotten filled or not, to be honest. I just don't think it's a very good trade. And definitely when it went into this right here, I would have exited, taken, gotten out with what you could. And because this is your break here, and notice it's moving higher. Notice that you do get a break of your trend line here and a move to a new high, and then it finally sells off, it pulls back, and it gives you that big bearish bar. I like that right there. I don't think you want to enter up here, even though you did have a break and a new high. It's still kind of abiding by the trend line. And look at that bar right there. Even though it broke lower, it comes back. So just wait, be patient, and you get your setup right here. Nice bearish bar. It opens, trades up, and comes all the way back down, closes on its low. Just put a stop right there. And you know you're probably trying to get a new low here. And again, here's another. There's a double top here, and there's actually a failed second entry long. Notice the new high. There's the first entry, pull back, second entry, and then a little double top. It's really kind of risky because you bounced right there at those lows. There's not much room to get out. But if you're wanting to be aggressive, I would have waited for it to break lower and then dropped a limit order, and it would have come back here and actually filled you on that limit order. But if you didn't enter there, this is where you enter, and I think this one's really risky. That's a breakout pullback short. That's what you want. You want to see it break lower, pull back, and look how bearish that bar is again. And you know you're going towards a new low. You don't know that it's going to break all the way down. You would be possibly thinking, though, looks like it's a perfect measured move, just eyeballing it, but let's just measure it. There's your first leg, and then there's your second leg. To the tick, a perfect measured move. And now you got your break and your new low, and you've really got a measured leg on the bigger portion too. There's one leg. Notice that leg right there. And this one actually was a tick longer. So now you got two measured legs down to a new low. You got two measured legs, period. So there's not a really good setup. I think it's risky here. Even though that's really bearish, there's a chance it bounces there. If it would have broke higher and then turned down, I might have liked it a little better. But I just think it's too risky to enter down in here. They would have all worked pretty much, but I just think it's risky. You know what's probably happening. It's time to come back to this side of the line again. And but this one didn't stop until it got all the way down here. I just don't see. You might have, depending on how your setup looked here, if it went higher above a bar and then went down, you might have gone short there. It didn't happen on my chart. I just think it's risky because you've got your break and your two legs down. But evidently this thing got really bearish into here before it reversed, and so now you've got an uptrend. I don't see anywhere really great to enter until almost 2 o'clock. It's really late right there, but notice that little two-legged pullback, a nice bullish bar. Just go long right there if you're still trading. Otherwise, I don't see anywhere in here to enter unless you entered right here, and I think it's real risky. I'll go ahead and draw that one in green. It might have, on a different chart, it might have looked a little bit different. But you might have entered right there above that bar. You got a double bottom, and then it tried to go lower again, and it bounces right off those first couple of bars there. And you can see how well that fits. It's a perfect little channel there. And that's what I saw today. There weren't a whole lot of trades, but the few there were really good trades. It got kind of iffy right in here. And this was right during my trading today when I came in about 9:30. And so there were a couple of decent trades in here before I had to leave again. But I didn't do much today, I'll just be honest with you. So hopefully you had a better day, but it's going to probably be like this all week for me, but I'm not going to sweat it because, that's the way it works when you're limited in your hours of trading. You don't want to force anything, and you don't want to make a mistake because you may not be able to hang around long enough to make it back either. So you want to be real choosy on your entries. And there were a couple of good ones. These are both really good entries here, this one and this one. And if you were being aggressive, you could have made some money here too. If you didn't get in with a good limit order, you might have had to exit with only a tick or two there, but could have done it. So, but that's about it for today. You can see the clear channel working down. You can see you had a real steep trend right here in the break and a couple of attempts to make a new high, and then we trended down. And then the day basically ended unchanged. I mean, you see where we opened and closed Monday during the holiday, right there around 2,000. Guess what we are? That's another thing that brings up a good point. We're right at the 2,000 mark. We actually overshot that in the overnight, so we made it. we're officially here with a new high in the ES, and so that's kind of exciting. We actually made it. It looks like we actually got there last week, so looks like we made it on Friday. I didn't even look at the market Friday, so but looks like we made it on Friday, um, going into the holiday. So good stuff. We'll see where we go from here. Can we hit 3,000? Who knows? But not much sense in wasting any more time today. I want to get this uploaded so people can compare their chart to mine. Hope you had a good trading day. I hope you had a good week last week. Um, I had a good vacation. I've been really refreshed, and I wish I could come back and hit it full time this week, but it's just not going to happen for me. I've got too many other irons in the fire that are distracting me this week. So I'm going to try to trade 2, maybe 3 hours each day during late morning before lunch. Otherwise, that'll be it. But I'm going to wrap it up. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.